Okay, so continuing on, number 4, I have the square root of 6 times the quantity of 4 plus the square root of 8. So that's the very big thing with this multiplication. I'm going to distribute just like I would anything else. Like if I had x times x plus 4, I'd distribute that x to both. Well, I'm going to distribute the square root of 6 to both. So square root of 6 times 4 is just going to be 4 square root of 6. Plus, square root of 6 times square root of 8 is going to be the square root of 48. And so now, I can't simplify anything with that square root of 6 because it's just 3 and 2. Oops, that's 48. And so really, this 4 square root of 6 is just going to be what it is, 4 square root of 6. And then this 48, I can do 4 and 12. Here I can do 2 and 2. Here I can do 4 and 3. And here I can do 2 and 2. So it is a square root, so I'm going to pair them up. And so 2 times 2 is 4, and the 3 doesn't pair up with anything, so it stays in. So that's what I'm going to put here in that slot. So my final answer is going to be 4 square root of 6 plus 4 square root of 3. And then there's nothing else that I can do. I can't simplify any further because square root of 6 and square root of 3 are not the same. So I can't, a lot of people want to say, oh, well, can I do 4 plus 4 is 8? No, you certainly cannot, because this is like saying I have 4x plus 4y. I can't say I have 8xy. That doesn't work that way because it's addition. So they're not like terms. So this truly is my final answer with that. Okay, and then I've got another multiplication one. This one's a little bit crazy because I have 3 things to multiply, which is okay. So I have the cube root of 3x to the 5th times the cube root of 4x to the 6th y times the cube root of 2xy to the 3rd. So what I'm going to do, first of all, they're all cube roots, so I can multiply them all together. So I've got the cube root of, and I'm going to do 3 times 4 times 2, which gets me 24. And then my x, I'm going to add 5 plus 6 plus 1, which gives me, what, 12 there. Okay, and then for my y, there's no y in that first one, but there's a y here and a y there, so 1 plus 3 is 4. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate. So I've got the cube root of 24, the cube root of x to the 12th, and then the cube root of y to the 4th. So for 24, I've got 8 and 3. Here I've got 4 and 2, and then 2 and 2. And they have to be in a group of 3 because it's a cube root. So I've got 2 cube root of 3. Here I'm going to do exponent divided by root. 3 goes into 12 4 times. And then I've got a remainder of 0. So this is going to be x to the 4th. There's nothing inside the cube root. And then here I have 4 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4 once. And then I'm going to have a remainder of 1. So therefore, I'm going to bring out a y to the 1st. And then I'm going to have a cube root of y. So now I'm just going to join all of these together. So whatever came out, which was 2x to the 4th, oops, and y. And then I'm going to have what stayed in, which is the cube root of 3y. And that finishes up my answer. So the big thing with this lesson is if you can simplify various roots, then really we're just tacking on that one extra thing of multiplying first. So the big thing is you have to make sure your roots are all the same. You multiply everything that's inside, and then you simplify. I feel like that is the simplest route to take.